Hey guys, Jamie here, and today I'm going to build a drill press jig with this T-track and some plywood, and show you the process I use to make this up as I go. Alright, so I think I want to make it 12 inches by 24 inches. I figure that'd be a pretty good little table to be able to set up and work out most jigs that I need. So I'm going to cut these down to 12 inches. And then cut this long one down to 2 feet. Alright, so I've got some areas here that have been drilled into. These areas have been drilled to. This area is drilled into. So I think first I'm going to cut off, give me a nice edge on here, and then measure in my 1 foot after I cut that off, and then I'll measure my 2 feet out of this. Alright, now we want a foot off of this side. Okay, this piece here goes on the piece I'm going to make out of that. Actually, I'm going to use that other remainder of the plywood to build myself a fat piece that's going to slide back and forth. But that's going to be, I think it's going to be fine. So this has to get channels routed into it, but first I need to make the fence. Alright, so this is 3/4 inch plywood. I think an 1.5 inch fence is going to be just fine. I'm going to drill through, when I glue this together, I'll drill through for the T-slots at the exact locations. So now we need to cut off the ends, because they've got holes in them and different things. Two feet. I'll probably cut these again once I glue them together. Alright, so next I'm going to glue these together. Alright, so I'm going to route the channels for the T-track and the baseboard. I picked this as my top, so I'm going to turn this over. I'm about 2 inches in from the edge of the board, and my bit's not big enough for the entire T-track, so I'm going to have to take my 2 passes, slightly move this about 1/8 of an inch, and then take another little bit off. All right? Alright, so you can see these are going to go in here. I'm going to screw them into the board with some shallow screws. Give this a nice little sanding, and that's be the base. Stick up about 3 inches. So when the fence is done drying, I'm going to probably chop it off so that I can have, you know, maybe 2 3/4 inch, so that I have something for these to bite down on with a couple of washers. Alright, so now we're going to square this thing off. So this side looks, actually neither side's really good, so I'm probably going to trim a little bit off of this side, a little bit off of the other side. Let me scrape with a chisel first. So now this is going to go here, slide back and forth. So I need to drill work. I need a T-track here. Alright, so next I need a block. Now we're going to glue this together, glue these together, drill a hole through. Alright, so one of the things I want to do is I want to be able to put the table on, I want to put my drill press table on like this roll around cart. And so what I'm going to have to do is, number one, I'm going to have to stabilize the cart a little bit. It's a little bit loose. But I'm also going to have to build a little box that this can sit so it can be raised up a little bit. So I'm going to have to build at least some sides and a bottom so that it can be raised up a little bit and be used closer to this height. I'm going to finish up the little block piece because I'd already had it started. And I'm just going to do that here on the bandsaw. And square that off, and then like I said, drill a hole in it, and then the top of that will then be done. And so for this, I'm just going to square it off. It doesn't really have any dimensions to it. So I'm just going to shave off one side as close as I can. So what we're looking at here is just a quick base I built on the bottom. I've turned over my toolbox and I just wanted to get rid of the wheels because they were making it very unstable, and I built just a little square 2x4, and it's screwed in through the bottom, if you can really see that. Screwed in through the bottom on each side, and I think that would be pretty good. And then I'm going to turn it back over and I'm going to see what I need to build up to whereabouts I need the table to be. I think I'll build that as well out of 2x4s. I think that 2x4s will be sturdy and will give me good solid heavy base and add some weight to it. So I'm going to flip this thing over and get to continuing to work. So what I did here was basically build up a base. This is still upside down, and so I just built up a base that was going to be nice and sturdy for the bottom of this. I needed to get about 10 inches higher to be able to meet where my drill press is, and so I decided to put that on the bottom, 10 inches on the bottom, and that's pretty much it. Just basically 2x4s just screwed together at the base, and we'll see how that works out. Alright, so I flipped it over, and that's about what it looks like. Not really any room under there for much, but you can see it's now tall enough for the drill press table. I'm still going to build up the base of the drill press table with 2x4s to get it up a little bit, because I drill through. I don't want to drill into the top of this, and so it'll be up 3.5 inches off the bottom with a little 2x4 base, and that'll be what I do next. Alright, so here's a look at the nearly finished table. What I did was I put some 2x4s here because I was gonna raise this up, and I really only need it raised up just a little bit, and so I just used the 2x4s. I cut them just so they would fit perfectly in this little groove, and then I actually screwed them from underneath. So I drilled some holes underneath and screwed those so that they wouldn't move. So now this is pretty sturdy. The whole thing is pretty sturdy. And that is, I'll put the drawers back in it. I'll probably use this toolbox for all my drill bits and all the drill related stuff, because when this is in place I can't get to my drawers over here, so it's gonna have to sit over there, and I'll have to pull it into place when I want to use it. I think there's only a couple things left to do. I drill a hole that I'll make as my main hole, maybe sand off these edges a little bit, but that is pretty much it for the drill press. I did cut a little chamfer in the block so that if I was putting it in and dust would catch, so just in case. And I actually can swap this thing around either way I want. I can put it this way, or I can put it this way. And then if I want this chamfer to be on this side, I just basically have to take it apart, just flip over the knob, and it's going to be this way. So there's that. Alright, that is pretty much it. I'm going to put the drawers in and get this thing ready to go and actually start using it. I have to drill holes in my Adirondack chair pieces, and that's kind of one of the main reasons I wanted to make this. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys later.